1-1 after extra time. Real Madrid winning this one on penalties. This is how it finished. Tomorrow we have the semi-final between Betis and Barca, and we will get to talking about that in just a moment. But first, let's hear from Thibaut Courtois, who spoke to Alexis Nunes after the game.
All right, Thibaut Courtois, man of the match, an amazing performance from you once again in the final of this Super Cup. Feels after that match, because Valencia pushed you guys to the limit.
Yeah, I don't think it was our best game today. I think especially the second half we were a bit too passive, and that's why they scored early. And then yeah, we didn't create big chances. Went to the extra time. There we had a couple of good chances. We couldn't win. Then they had one in the final minutes that I saved. And then yeah, in the penalties and the shootout, we know that we have, or I know that we have good players to shoot. So I just knew that we had to save one or two, and that was fine.
Unfortunately, overall, you've had some big injuries to deal with, of course, with Alaba out. I know you, of course, are between the sticks, but has that been hard to deal with, you think, in the last couple of games?
No, I think it's fine. We have a lot of good players everywhere, so that's the easy thing in this team, that one goes out, one goes in, and we are used to each other, so I don't think that's a big issue. I think in general we played a good game, but I think we were not pressing as well in the second half as we did in the first half, and that's why they created a bit more danger, and we couldn't really recover the ball. But yeah, we'll have to do a bit better in the final. Let's see against who we play, and hopefully another cup.
And in the final now, there's a chance of another El Clasico. Is that what you live for? Is that what you want?
No, we respect all the teams, and tomorrow will be a tough game for both teams, and it's both difficult teams to play against. So let's see who will win, and then we will prepare the game for that for that game. Maybe some fans won the Clasico, but for us it doesn't matter.
Thibaut, congrats again, and all the best for the next one.
Thank you.
Luis Garcia was watching that game as well for us, the Super Cup. I suppose that we could say that Betis and Barcelona are going to be licking their lips knowing that if they win their game tomorrow, it's a tired Real Madrid, Luis, that they'll be facing in the final on Sunday.
Yes, a tired Real Madrid, a poor Real Madrid, a slow Real Madrid, but a Real Madrid that wins, that always find a way to get a result. And today we saw once again what we've seen lately, a Real Madrid that is very plain, that doesn't have that ability to create many chances. It was just a couple of three where we've seen a couple of them. But definitely it was dominated by Valencia in the middle of the park. Once again, Modric didn't appear much. We didn't see Rodrigo. Camavinga was changed at halftime because he had also a yellow card. We saw after that it was a small injury, or looked like a small injury on the the right knee. But at the end, Real Madrid that is struggling to get results. We saw what happened at the weekend against Villarreal, and today, once again, they have to wait until Courtois once again saved the team. So yeah, if I'm Betis or if I'm Barcelona, I will look forward to play against the Real Madrid at the moment.
What's wrong with Real Madrid right now, LA?
Prior to the World Cup, this team was struggling. And we thought, all right, well, the World Cup break is going to allow this group to just kind of step away. All right, let's take a break from the pressures of La Liga. We'll go represent our countries. We'll come back. We're going to be recharged. And here we go for the rest of La Liga. Not quite. It hasn't been like that. And indeed, you can call it a World Cup hangover if you want to. But I really think that this team has been struggling even before the competition. And so we just haven't seen a team with any life in the legs, any life in the mind, to be honest with you. You look at a group that is unable to go on press, unable to put pressure on other teams, that they are dictated to. When do you think of a Real Madrid team that actually other teams start dictating the pace with which they play the game? The strength of Real Madrid is controlling the pace of the game, controlling the match. Even when they don't have the ball, they're playing it the way that they want to play it. Not right now. Right now, Real Madrid is reacting to other teams. It's not proactively taking control of the game. And so, therefore, you are having to find Real Madrid chasing into spaces, defending in areas that they don't want to defend. You are not seeing transition from Vinicius Jr. You are not seeing productivity from other players in attack, whether that's Rodrigo or Valverde, who, to me, today, in the second half, you saw some life in his leg. But we haven't seen much of that as we saw earlier in the season. So it's not just one problem. And then you add to that the fact that there were injuries today. Ice bags all over the bench. Tired legs, tired minds. This team right now has a whole lot of issues that Carlo Ancelotti has to deal with.
Well, they didn't have an issue with Frank Leboeuf, and I'm just saying it to you because I know you took penalties, was taking their penalties. The same can't be said for Valencia. How bad was that penalty that you just saw?
It's always the same thing, you know. When you take a penalty, if you don't respect the goalkeeper, you don't respect yourself, and it's your karma that you're going to face. And that's what it is when you see the ridiculous penalties, when you try to chip, when you try to, I don't know, play again with the goalkeeper, you're going to be punished. I talked to the best of the best in terms of penalty taker. It was Johan Cruyff, and he was saying, I close my eyes and I shoot strong on the side, you know, on the floor. And I think he never missed a penalty, but he didn't play with the goalkeeper.
Okay, so respect your goalkeeper. Shaka Hislop will be happy to hear that one.
Did you just notice there a little name drop action there from Frank Leboeuf? You know, I was talking to Johan Cruyff. You know how it is, how we do the big timers. We're the same level, sort of thing.
That's what you get from World Cup
And I'm
winning.
sorry, I made a mistake because I meant Johan Niskens. I'm sorry.
Oh, so it wasn't even Johan Cruyff. So we name dropped the wrong name. What?
I love how easily you just said it as well. Oh, I'm actually sorry. It wasn't him. It was him instead.
Oh.
Let's talk about Gareth
sorry,
Bale.
it was Pele. It was Pele. Was it Pele or Maradona? I don't remember. No.
He's met them all. He's met them all.
Well, thank you very much for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming, premium content, and let's not forget as well, ESPN FC 7 days a week. Subscribe to ESPN Plus.